Okay, well, welcome tonight. Thank you so much for coming. You get a host. I'm your host tonight, as well as your singer and performer. I think Pastor Howard is at another Veterans Day event, and so I get to welcome you all tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Tonight we are doing a tribute to veterans, and everything American music that I've put together here. We'll hear, art songs, musical theater, a little bit of American opera, and some patriotic songs tonight. And I'd like to introduce my pianists tonight. This is Tibbs and David Ashworth, and so grateful for them being here tonight. Thank you so much. Just a little introduction for myself. My name is Juliet Gilchrist White, and I am originally from Bloomington, Indiana. I graduated from IU there at the music school, and I met my husband, David. He's about halfway back in the plaid. There you go. We got married 3 years ago in December, so I have been here in Columbus now for close to 3 years. We are official. We bought a house, so we are staying. And just, I have loved being here, loved the community, loved all the arts that go on in this community. Really, really grateful. So tonight, I'm going to be starting off, with some American art songs. And I don't know if everybody's familiar with art songs. I kind of give a little bit of background. Basically, it's a classical song tradition versus like folk songs or secular songs, secular, I guess, songs, but usually based on classical, originally in Europe on classical poetry. So what I'm singing tonight is going to be, making sure I have the order correct, and I don't know if you can, there we go. At the Well by Richard Hageman. Do I have it as Weeping Angel by William Grant Still, and Citadel by William Grant Still, and Why Do They Shut Me Out of Heaven by Aaron Copland. And there's tremendous amounts of American music out there in art song. And what you get to hear tonight is some of the ones that I just absolutely love. And it's really cool, the backgrounds of composers in America, because you don't just, it's not pigeonholed, or it's not, there's such a wide variety. In Mr. Hageman, he was Dutch. He was born in the Netherlands and came to the United States. He actually composed a lot of Hollywood music scores. Some of the ones that I recognize, because I'm a huge John Wayne fan, it was for John Ford. He composed the scores for Stagecoach, The Fugitive, Fort Apache, and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, and about 16 others. But isn't that wonderful? I love John Wayne, so that was exciting when I found out about him. And then William Grant Still was an African-American classical composer born in right around the turn of the century, 1900, in Arkansas. So trying to get his career going was always an uphill battle for him. But I did my dissertation on his art songs, and he combines this beautiful, beautiful jazz, these jazz chords with these classical styles, classical forms, and poetry. So I hope you enjoy those as much as I do. And then Aaron Copland, he was considered the father of American classical music in many ways. And his Why Do They Shut Me Out of Heaven is a poem by Emily Dickinson, another American. So we're going to start the evening off with those 4 songs. And Tibbs is going to be playing these, and we hope you enjoy them. Thank you. Sisters, go to fetch water. this spot. They must have guessed the secret of that somebody who stands behind the trees whenever they go to fetch Their pictures flirt suddenly, and water spills when they reach this spot. They must have found out that somebody's heart is beating, who stands behind the trees whenever they go to fetch water. The two sisters glance at each other when they come to this spot, and they smile. There is a laughter in their swift-stepping feet, which makes confusion in somebody's mind who stands behind the trees whenever they go to fetch water.
Sometimes at night all mothers waken, and with the littlest light and greatest quiet tie the reins to say that all sleep, covered well and peacefully, to chase out dreams and let in more fresh air, and just be glad that each is sleeping there. Love can lace even lace, and make them proof against peril. Or chasten whatever things might come, whatever things might Why do they shut me out of heaven? Did I sing too loud? But I can sing a little minor, timid as a bird. Wouldn't the angels try me just once more and see if I troubled them? But don't shut the door, don't shut the door. Oh, if I were the gentleman in the white robes, and they were the little hand that knocked, would I forbid? Would I forbid? Could I forbid? Why do they shut me out of heaven? Did I sing too loud?
Oh, I hope I didn't have that on the whole time. Anyway. Thank you. Those are some of my favorites. Aren't they wonderful? They're just so much just storytelling in them. And not as much melodies, but you have beautiful jazz chords and just so, yeah, just beautiful. Thank you so much. Almost for indulging me in those. Those are my favorites. So next we have I have musical theater, which is interesting because Disney, The Little Mermaid, you have Ursula's Poor Unfortunate Souls up there, and that started out in a Disney film, but it hit Broadway, so I'm calling it musical theater. We're going to do that, and but we're going to be starting out with Where's That Boy with the Bugle from Auntie Mame, and Mame was written by Jerry Herman. He also wrote Hello, Dolly. He has a Kennedy Honors for all of his Broadway work, so just this really, really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful musician. Little Mermaid is Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. It's kind of, you just say the names and it's like, need you ask more, you know? Just lovely, lovely music. Disney is so quintessentially American, right? And then Summertime. I did cheat a little bit, and I have put Summertime in. It's actually an opera, but Gershwin wrote so much jazz and musical theater and all these different pieces. In fact, after this song, this collection, Ran is going to be playing I've Got Rhythm. Sorry, I get nervous and I go blank. So, but she'll be playing I've Got Rhythm by Gershwin as well. And the musical theater, there's such a rich history of just beautiful, beautiful music. And again, these are some of my favorites that you guys get to hear tonight. So, that being said, let's look at Where's That Boy with the Bugle? Oh, and welcome David to the piano. Thank you.
Where's that boy with a bugle? My little love, who was always my big romance. Where's that boy with a bugle? And why did I ever buy him those darn long pants? Did he need a lighter hand? Did he need a softer touch? Was I strong or was I tough? Did I give enough? Did I give too much? From the moment when he needed me, did I ever turn away? Would I be there when he called? If he walked into my life today, were his days a little dull? Were his nights a little wild? Did I overstate my plan? Did I stress the man and forget the child? And I'll ask myself my whole life long, what went wrong along the way? Would I make the same mistakes if he walked into my life today? Would I blame the times I pampered him, or blame the times I lost him? What a shame I never really found there too much of a crowd, all too lush and loud, and not enough of me? And I'll ask myself my whole life long, what went wrong along the way? Would I be there when he called, if he walked into my life today? If that boy with the bugle walked into my life today? I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made the switch. True, yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of the miserable, lonely, and depressed, pathetic, poor, unfortunate souls in pain, in need. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying, "Spells, Ursula, please!" And do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor, unfortunate souls. It's sad, but true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying, "Spells, Ursula, please!" And do I help them? Yes, I do. Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to rake them across the coals. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole I've been a saint to those poor, unfortunate souls. You have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Up on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. After all, dear, what is idle chatter for? Come on! They're not at all impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can, but they dote when it's fawn on a lady who's withdrawn. It's she who holds her tongue who gets her men. Come on, you poor, unfortunate souls. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy woman, and I haven't got all day. It wouldn't cost much, just your voice. You poor, unfortunate souls. It's sad, but true. If you want to pay the bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath, and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam, jetsam, now I've got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. You poor, unfortunate
Okay, and Rayanne is going to be playing I've Got Rhythm by George Gershwin, who we mentioned earlier, who actually wrote Summertime, which I just sang. And again, with the cultural melting pot of America, he born in Brooklyn, and I think his original name was Jakob Gershwin. He was of Jewish descent, Jewish, and yeah, I just love all this, cultural melting pot of America that produced such glorious music. So, Rayanne, thank you. Aren't they wonderful? They're so, oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I think they're so wonderful. Okay, just a little background on this next piece. It's called To This We've Come from the Consul, and it was an opera written by Giancarlo Menotti. He was Italian-American, and it was written in 1950. And just as the Cold War was beginning to pick up in Europe, and the whole opera talks about a totalitarian, this family, her name is Magda, her husband is John, and then her mother, I think she's just listed as the mother, or the mother-in-law in the opera, and they live in this country where it's just totalitarian, just not very many freedoms. And John is a political dissident, so he is, fighting against the establishment, and he goes into hiding, and Magda and her mother-in-law and her son are left in their apartment, and Magda keeps going back and forth to try and see the consul, hence the title of the opera. And every time she goes, she's not allowed to see the consul. They keep saying, you need more papers. You need to fill out all this paperwork. But then the police start coming after John, and he's like, you need to get the visa as soon as possible. And so it's just this ramping up of fear and anxiety. And she finally comes to the secretary, who will not let her pass to see the consul. And she's like, papers, all I need your help, and all you ask of me is papers. You want all these questions. And so what this aria is it's telling that story. And I did include this tonight. First of all, I love it. It's one of my favorites. But just, there's a lot of turmoil going on in the world right now. And I personally am very, very grateful for the freedoms that we have here in this country. And for those, I don't know how many veterans we have in our audience tonight, but for those who have stood up for those freedoms. And that's why I've included this tonight. It's a bit of a gut buster and a heavy one, so wish me luck. And I hope you enjoy. And Rayanne is amazing for playing this for me. So thank you. This is To This We've Come from the console. Really dry tonight and all the water drinking, but
To this we've come, that men withhold the world from men. No ship nor shore for him who drowns at sea. No home nor grave for him who dies on land. To this we've come, that men be born a stranger upon God's earth, that he be chosen without a chance for choice, that he be hunted without the hope of refuge. To this we've come. To this we've come, and you too shall weep. If to men, not to God, we now must pray. Tell me, Secretary, tell me, who are these men? If to them, not to God, we now must pray. Tell me, Secretary, tell me, how are these dark archangels? Will they be conquered? Will they be doomed? Is there anyone behind those doors, to whom the heart can still be explained? Is there anyone who still may care? Tell me, Secretary, tell me, have you ever seen the consul? Does he speak? Does he breathe? Have you ever spoken to him? Papers, 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 but don't you understand? What shall I tell you to make you understand? My child is dead. John's mother is dying. My own life is in danger. I ask you for help, and all you give me is papers. What is your name, Magistrel? Age 33. Color of eyes, color of hair, single or married, religion and race, place of birth, father's name, can't you say something? Aren't you secretaries, human beings like us? What is your name, Madame Sorel, age 33? What were your papers there? They cannot stop the clock. They are too thin an armor against a bullet. What is your name, Madame Sorel, age 33? What does that matter? All that matters is that the time is late, and I'm afraid that I need your help. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? This is my answer. My name is woman. Age still young. Color of hair gray. Color of eyes the color of tears. Occupation waiting, 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 waiting. The day will come, I know, when earth's flame will burn your paper chains. When the consul secretary warned him that day neither ink nor seal shall cage our souls. That day will come. That day will come.
That one's dangerous because it's hard and you have to make sure not to get too emotional because, oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you for your applause on that. Next, we are going to hear David Ashworth. He's this beautiful, beautiful arrangement of America the Beautiful. And now kind of moving into our lovely American songs. And I hope you enjoy and just feel the beauty and the patriotism as we finish out the concert with these songs. So I'm going to have a seat and let David. we are going to, what I'd like to start with, I was at Disney World, Epcot Center one time, and there was a cadet choir there, and they were singing, and I was fairly little. I was with my mom, my dad, my sisters, and I don't know if they even remember this, but the choir started singing "This Is My Country," and I don't know if I would have remembered it, except for I looked over and I saw my dad, just tears, you know. And I've always remembered that. And I think more as an adult, maybe, you know, it was a beautiful choir, but I think he heard the words. And so I'd like to, we're gonna sing that for you tonight. This is my country, and I hope you enjoy it. So.
Is filled with love for all of these.
love that. And as I sing it, I see why my dad loved it. So, okay, the next one, we could not have a concert in Indiana without coming back home again to Indiana. So if you're guessing what we're doing, back home again in Indiana. So, which I've never heard the intro, so this is cool. So, okay.
Casts a spell o'er me.
Columbus in there, you know. Thank you. Okay. Well, I don't know how many veterans we have in our audience tonight, but get my music all organized. I would like to pay tribute to our veterans. We are going to do a Armed Forces tribute, and if I get tongue-tied, please forgive me. But yeah, and if you are up to it, you feel like it, please stand as your branch of the service is called out. And thank you, veterans. So, okay. Thank you so much. And this is our last song. This recital I've wanted to give for a long time, and I kept trying to have it on the 4th of July. But, people are on vacation, and it just never was working out. And then this year, I had the idea to do it on Veterans Day, and I talked to Caillou, your music director here, and we were able to schedule it. And it's just been such a privilege and a pleasure to be here tonight and to pay tribute to all of you. And then father's grandfather, our grandfather, my sisters and nieces and nephew are in the back. I had a grandfather in the Navy, a great uncle who was a lifelong Marine. My dad was in Army Reserves. So it's a wonderful, hard, and sometimes hard thing, I think, to serve our country in that way. And we're full of gratitude for you. Thank you so much for the veterans. Thank you. Okay, well, tonight we're going to close with God Bless America. I love this. So, thank you for coming. And I hope you've enjoyed yourselves as much as I have enjoyed singing for you and playing for you. So, thank you. Okay.
When the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairie, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for coming. Okay.